This is WWBT 12 in Richmond, Virginia.
From Central Virginia's award-winning television news team, this is 12 News with Brenda Hughes, meteorologist Jeff Lawson, and Wally Bruckner with sports.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Brenda Hughes. Some Chesterfield residents say their prayers were answered yesterday when a 9-year-old girl who was held hostage nearly 3 hours was returned safely. But now, as Gina Preston tells us, many parents are worried their child may be next.
The decorations are hung, but the Christmas spirit in this Chesterfield County neighborhood has been replaced by fear.
It scares me to death, and I think I agree that the mothers or whatever should be standing here watching for their kids, which is very frightening to think that you have to do that in your own neighborhood, because I always thought this was a calm, peaceful, nice, neighborhood.
Parents in the Foxbury subdivision are concerned about safety after a 9-year-old girl was abducted Friday when she got off the school bus. Her classmate Joshua Marble saw it happen.
The car pulled up after the bus went out of the neighborhood. Then he grabbed her in by the passenger side. I was scared. She screamed about, she didn't say anything, she just screamed.
The little girl was returned safely to this street about 3 hours later. Police say they have arrested 31-year-old Thomas McMillan of Powhatan on charges of abduction, and he's being held on $50,000 bond. Police say McMillan was arrested 1 month ago on charges of abducting another young girl in this area and holding her hostage for several hours as well. Parents here say they're trying to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, I think that we need to exercise the caution that we had on the first day of school. And the thing is, this whole thing could have been averted if just one parent was here.
The parents say they'll take turns meeting the bus each day to make sure the rest of their holiday season is a safe one. In Chesterfield County, Gina Preston, Channel 12 News.
Today, Jan Sering remains in a London prison. Yesterday, a court there refused to let him out. Sering is the 21-year-old former UVA student who is wanted in this country for allegedly planning the 1985 murder of Derek and Nancy Haysom in Bedford County. Sering is fighting extradition to this country where, if found guilty, he could face the death penalty. The driver of a tractor-trailer truck was trapped inside the cab when the vehicle flipped over this morning. Rescue workers had to pry James Hayes of Glen Allen, Virginia, out of the truck. He then had to be flown to MCV Hospital. Police say he was driving to North Carolina.
Just our preliminary investigation has revealed more than likely the truck came off of the ramp at a greater speed than what his posted advisory speed was. He was traveling faster than what he should have been. Then he got sideways and the truck rolled over on its side, came to rest in the road like it is now.
State police are still investigating the accident, but they say Hayes was transporting cosmetics for East Coastal Trucking Company. It started out as a peaceful protest, but in less than 2 hours, violence erupted this morning at the
Sunday mornings, a great tradition continues. The Victory Hour from Grove Avenue Baptist Church. Broadcast live at 11 a.m. on Channel 12. Find renewal and be inspired each week. Hear Vander Warner Jr., pastor, with uplifting music from the Chancel Choir. The Victory Hour from Grove Avenue Baptist Church. Broadcast live at 11 a.m. each Sunday on Channel 12.
On Christmas Day, it's a very special present from the station that's on your side. Whether you were one of the thousands to be in the parade or actually witness the event firsthand, you'll be able to share the spirit of a Richmond Christmas as WWBT Channel 12 rebroadcasts this year's Richmond Christmas Parade in its entirety. Join the station that's on your side from noon to 2 p.m. on Christmas Day and have a very happy holiday.
Once December rolls around, it's easy to feel like you're always on the run. And WWBT and Sanderson Nissan Saab ask you to run one more place. It's a 5K race Sunday, December 13th at Innsbruck. It'll be fun and help fill up the Salvation Army Toy Center. Just bring a new toy worth $6 to $10. Sign your name and run. Maybe you'll win a medal. Maybe one of the other prizes we're giving away, but surely you'll win a smile from a kid whose Christmas otherwise might not be as bright. The Toy Run, December 13th. This season, a good reason to be on the run.
This is WWBT 12 in Richmond, Virginia.
From Central Virginia's award-winning television news team, this is 12 News with Brenda Hughes, meteorologist Jeff Lawson, and Wally Bruckner with sports.
Good evening. On Thursday, 81-year-old Charles Dewey Sapp was reported missing. Today, the Powhatan resident was found dead of an apparent gunshot wound to the head. Sapp's body was found on State Route 603 by a resident who was looking for a Christmas tree. The Powhatan Sheriff's Department says that they have charged 43-year-old Russell Roosevelt Hansborough with theft of Mr. Sapp's vehicle. They anticipate that he will also be charged with capital murder. A man from Powhatan has also been arrested in the abduction of a 9-year-old Chesterfield County girl. It happened Friday here in the Foxbury subdivision.
It scares me to death, and I think I agree that the mothers or whatever should be standing here watching for their kids, which is very frightening to think that you have to do that in your own neighborhood, because I always thought this was a calm, peaceful, nice, neighborhood.
Well, I think that we need to exercise the caution that we had on the first day of school. And the thing is, this whole thing could have been averted if just one parent was here.
That abduction happened as a little girl was getting off a school bus. Now, the man arrested is 31-year-old Thomas McMillan, and one reason police were able to track him down was due to one of our viewers. Brent Hodges says earlier Friday evening he noticed a suspicious car that kept passing in front of his home. When the car stopped, Hodges jotted down the license number and forgot about it until the news came on.
Didn't think anything of it until I saw the report on Channel 12 at 6 o'clock and heard that the girl had been abducted from Foxbury, and I called the police then and gave them the information I had. I had scratched down his license number on a piece of plywood I was laying on to get under the car, and they came and talked to me later that evening.
Now, the plywood that Hodges wrote the number on now has a piece missing in it. That's because that's where he wrote the number, and police asked for the number. The board had to be cut. Virginia Tech police say that they've charged 3 university students with the theft of airport runway lights. The lights were discovered missing last month. The students are from Fairfax, Springfield, and Alexandria. Last night, City Manager Robert Bobb went on patrol with members of the 3rd Precinct. Bobb was out for several hours, and today he said the trip was very beneficial.
One thing I did find is that there are some issues in the 3rd Precinct, and the officer in my ride last night confirm what those problems are. I have heard from a number of citizens and organizations in the...
Hi. Baby. Hi. Pick her up.
Hey, baby. Kathy.
Go to Mama.
Do you want to do the want to do on?
Can you sit up? Sit her up.
Can you take them off? Take them off. Off? Can you take them off? Let me see. Come on, take them off. Off. Okay. Off. Off. See the baby? Okay. Put them on. Put them on. On. This one. On. On. This one on. Off. Off. On. 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 Off. 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 Thank you. Off. Off. Oh, foot. Look, look.
Catch that grin.
Daddy.
Can you wave bye-bye?
Yeah,
Can you wave bye-bye?
Wave bye-bye to Daddy.
Wave bye-bye. Bye-bye, Daddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wave. Wave
Bye-bye, cutie.
Bye-bye. Wave.
She's not going to.
How about patty cake? Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me Catherine. Patty cake, baker's man. Patty cake, patty cake.
But how big?
You haven't done that one. Patty cake, cake. Come on, Catherine. Patty cake, baker's man. Don't want to do anything but grunt.
Try the how big. See if she'll do
How
that.
big is Catherine? How big? So big.
I've never seen her do that on her own.
She's done it on her own before, but not in a long time.
I've never seen her do it. Oh, yeah, she spotted that baby on TV.
Where's the baby?
Where's the baby?
Where's the baby?
Baby?
Where's the baby, Catherine?
Baby.
You see the baby?
Oh, what? What is it? What is it? Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me cake as fast as you can. Roll it and pat it and mark it with bean. Put it in the oven for Catherine and me. Okay, where's Catherine? Where's Catherine? Where is she? Peekaboo! There she is. There she is. Can you do it? Where's Catherine? Peekaboo! Where's Catherine? Where's Catherine? Where's Catherine? Where's Catherine? Peekaboo! Peekaboo! Where's Catherine? Oh, Peekaboo! There she is. 10 months old. Peekaboo, where's Catherine? Peekaboo, there she is.
Oh, that's right. Today's your 10-month birthday.
You gonna pull up?
I didn't get you anything. Oh, don't do that.
Here we have the top of Janice's head.
Okay, ready? Let's crawl to the door. Ready? Go get him. Go get him. Ready? Crawl to him.
Come here. Come here.
Okay, Daddy.
Come here.
Oh, she wants to come to here. He said, Daddy, where's his that dangling down?
She wants to use
You keep it so close.
Sometimes we'll have to go forward. Hi. Daddy,